Thank you for coming to my channel once again. My name is Tanisha. So, I don't like that. Let's start over.
About the Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl Tanisha. Thank you for coming to my channel. So, before we get started today, I just want to thank all of my subscribers for everyone that has subscribed so far to my channel. I just want to thank you guys, even if you're just here to be nosy, to see what I'm talking about. I do appreciate every single subscriber, so thank you. Also, don't forget to please hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, so I do owe you guys a part two to the backstory, and I am working on that this weekend, so I will get you guys the part two in a couple days. So I should have that by at least the latest Sunday. So I'll be dropping part two. But I wanted to stop in and give you additional videos, not just to talk about, you know, the whole backstory and everything like that. Just want to talk about a lot of different things. So today's topic is called Stop Silencing Your Voice. Now, not only am I speaking to whoever's watching, but I'm also, whenever I do these videos, I'm also kind of speaking to myself. Just kind of a self reminder, to note that just stop silencing your voice. Now, what do I mean when I say stop silencing your voice? Meaning, we all go through things in life, some harder than others, and we'll go through certain things and we won't tell people or the person that maybe hurt us, we won't tell them how we really feel. Or we won't, if we have a problem with something or someone, we kind of hold it in, or we'll tell other people saying, hey, such and such did this to me and I didn't like it, or hey, this happened, but I never told anyone. We have to stop doing that. You have to stop holding stuff in because it's not good for you. And I know personally, me, myself, I held a lot of things in over the years, like a lot of things. I didn't tell a lot of people certain stuff, and it did more harm than anything else. Me trying to hold things in to protect people, just hurt me even more. When you really need to think about, you need to protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, we only get one life. And that one life is for you to live. No one else is living this life. No one else is going through what you're going through. So why not be happy? Like, live it happy. Live in the moment, live in your truth. Stop silencing your voice. If there is someone that you've had problems with, you really want to tell them something and you don't have the courage to do it, just do it. Get it off your chest. I'm telling you, it will be 10 times better. You will feel so much better. Even if it doesn't turn out, the outcome just doesn't turn out the way you expect it. If you feel like, okay, I need to have a conversation with this person that may have hurt me in some type of way, I have never let them know, or I'm ready to let them know what they did to me, how they hurt me. Even if after that conversation you don't get the gratification that you're looking for, maybe you're like, this didn't even turn out how I wanted it to be, it didn't resolve the issue that you thought it was going to resolve, it's okay. As long as you got that off your chest, as long as the other person knows, how you feel at the end of the day, how you're going to move forward, after you've told them this situation, as long as the person knows how you feel, that's it. Getting it off your chest, letting it out is such a relief. It is. I mean, you may think, oh, me telling them isn't going to do anything. It may not do anything for that situation or for you and that person, but it will do something for you. Forgiving someone isn't for that person. You know, when we forgive someone, it's for us. That forgiveness is for us. It's for us to heal, it's for us to move on, it's for us to just get over that shit. You know, so when we forgive people, and I just want you guys to think about that, whenever you guys decide, okay, I'm going to forgive someone, it's really not for that person. It's for you. It's for you to forgive them and for you to move on and live your life. So if you're holding something in that someone has done to you that you haven't told them, tell them. Let them know. Let them know. Let that person know how you made me feel. This is how I felt. This is the way you treated me. I don't want your apology. Maybe you don't even want an apology. You don't want any of that. I just want you to know this is how you made me feel. And, you know, whenever you decide to do that, people always think, oh, you just, you want sympathy. You want me to apologize. Fine. I'm sorry. We're not even looking for that. We're looking for closure. We're looking to stop silencing our voices. We want it to be known. We want it to be heard. Now, the other side of that is as well, if you've been following me and you've watched my part 1 of the backstory, then you'll know some of the situations and issues that I went through. So even with that scenario, if you were abused, molested, raped, or anything like that, and you have not said anything, it's about time. It's about time. It's time for you to stop silencing your voice. Let it be known. I don't care how many years it's been. If it's been, I don't care. If you were 2, 3, 4, and you're now 40 years old and you've never told anyone about anything, tell them. It will do so much better for your mental state and just for you emotionally, just to get it off of your chest, just to let someone know. Especially if this person is still in your life, especially if this person is still in the family, a family friend, or someone where people aren't even looking at this person like that. Let it out. Okay, there's no point in you living this depressing, sad life where you're just holding stuff in and this person is running around being praised and just having a grand old life and you're over there hurting. Stop silencing your voice. You know, even if it just even, I don't know, just stop silencing your voice. So I've had to learn that over the years, to just stop silencing my voice. Once I started, telling people what happened to me, once I started telling people my story, and I started just talking about it even more, I started to feel a sense of relief. I started to feel more comfortable every time I spoke about the situation. I started to get a sense of enlightenment each time I spoke. It sounds weird, but each time I speak about the situation, I start to realize how brave I am. It's like, oh, I didn't even know I was, that brave. I didn't even know I was this strong. And so, and I didn't know that until I actually started speaking up. Because speaking up does require you to be brave. It requires you to be strong. It requires you to stand in, like I always say, that truth, and just speak your mind. It requires that. And so I know it's hard for a lot of you, or for some people, to even speak up, say anything. I know it's hard. And for a lot of us, speaking up isn't going to get us anywhere, because speaking up didn't get me anywhere. It didn't resolve my situation. It didn't fix my situation. It just made me as a person feel a lot better. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not an expert. I'm not a psychologist or anything like that by any means. I just know what worked for me. And speaking up worked for me. Now, if you don't feel like you're ready to speak up, like me right now, I'm like literally speaking to the entire world on YouTube about my business. But if you're not ready to speak up on things that you should speak up on, I always suggest get a journal. And that's what I started with at first. Like before I even decided to create this whole YouTube page and, do these videos and things like that, I was journaling. I had a diary and I would just write down all of my feelings and everything that I just felt about any situation. It wasn't even just that situation. It was just any situation that I just could not wrap my head around. I couldn't figure it out. I wrote it down. And I wrote it down with the hopes of coming back to the situation, reading it, maybe having a, different level of head when I, read my journal the next time. Maybe after reading it, I realized something different. It's just journaling helps you get your feelings out on paper. It helps you get it out. So you may not be getting it out to complete strangers on the internet, or you may not want to talk to family or friends. It's just you're not ready. And that's fine. That is totally fine if you're not ready to speak up. But if you want to speak up and you still want it to, to let it out, I suggest get a journal. Get a journal, write it out, write it all down, and just leave it there on paper. Get it out of your system and just leave everything on that paper and in that diary, so that whenever you need to go back and read it, you can read it with a clear mind. You can read it with the fact that it's out of your system and into this journal. And it will give you just a clearer state of mind. Let me show you what my journal looks like. So this is my journal. You can see it there, and it has some scriptures here on the front. So it's just a little journal that I have, and if whatever's in it, whatever my feelings, I feel like writing those down. I write them down. If I'm angry, if I'm sad, if I'm disappointed, whatever I'm feeling, I put it all into my journal. And then I go back and I read it. Some days I'm filled with a ball of emotions. It's just a lot. Especially as mothers and entrepreneurs, things like that. We get a lot thrown at us. So some days I am a complete mess. Honestly, I'm a ball of emotions. I'm a complete mess. I don't know what to do. So I'll write everything down frantically and move on. And then the next day, sometimes I'll go back and read what I wrote. And this time I'm in a different headspace. I'm in a different space. I may not be going through the crazy chaoticness that I went through yesterday. And now when I sit back and I read those, it just gives me, I don't know, it just gives me this sense of reassurance, like closure. I don't know. I don't know what word to use at this point. But it just gives me an opportunity to go back and see how I felt yesterday. I can see the anger, I can read my rage, and then, today with me not feeling like that, it's just like, okay, I get it. What can I do differently to change that situation? What happened yesterday that made me so chaotic that today I'm not? What are the differences? So you kind of just write things down to go back and just kind of see your patterns. See what triggers you. See what makes you mad. See what makes you sad. Things like that. Okay, so I hope you can kind of get what I'm trying to say. So that is the point of the journal. I highly suggest, if you do not have a journal, get a journal. I know it seems like so 1990s teenage girl, you're in your room like, dear journal. It doesn't even have to be like that. Honestly, it doesn't. You can literally open up your journal, put today's date, and pour out your feelings. Everything that happened. If your husband pissed you off, put that in your journal. Put it in there. If the kids pissed you off, put it in the journal. You know, my son gave him cereal this morning, said he wanted it, then he didn't want it, then he spilled milk all over the... Put it all in the journal. Just get it out. You know, it's just a form of expression. It's a form of release, of getting your emotions out without bottling them in and keeping them in. Okay? So I highly suggest a journal. It is very, very helpful. And yeah, just write down anything you would like. I don't even want to tell you what to write in your journal because, you know, I write anything in mine. I write how I'm feeling. I write notes. I write reminders, things that I need to remember. A lot of things go into my journal. So I suggest you guys get one. Put your feelings in your journal. You know, keep track of your feelings. And it's always good. I don't know why, but I love going back into my journal and going a couple months back and say, okay, how did I feel in, you know, September? And then to go and read your emotions from September and then look at your life now. It's like, you know, some of it I can go, wow, I've changed. You know, I've grown. I'm not that person anymore. Or you can say, yep, no, things haven't changed. It's still the same since September. You know, so it just kind of lets you gauge your life, gauge to see where you are emotionally. So yeah, I always tell people, stop silencing your voice. It does us no good. We're not sparing anyone. We're not saving anyone. Oh, I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Or, oh, I don't want to cause problems. Or I don't want to argue, so I'm not going to say anything. No. You get one life. Live it how you want to and live it with no regrets. Okay? We are no longer going to let anyone just treat us how they want to treat us. We are going to be treated how we would like to be treated moving forward. So if you're here on my channel, all of my subscribers, I like to think of you guys as my new family, my new friends. So most of my videos are going to be honest. I am not going to sugarcoat anything. And I would just hope you guys wouldn't either. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments about keeping a journal. Do you think you're too old? Is it too cliche? You know, is it? I don't. I love journals. I love diaries. I feel like everyone should have one. But what do you guys think? And also, if you guys are struggling with, you know, opening up or just telling your truth, you know, speaking up about things that may be hurting you or something that has hurt you in the past, it's okay. It's okay. And if you need any advice or you need any suggestions on how to come clean, open up, talk to someone, please feel free to drop me a comment and I'll definitely see if I can help you, see if I can provide some type of advice or insight. All right. So thank you for joining me today, guys. Just a quick video on silencing your voice. Don't do it anymore. Okay? It's not worth it. Don't do it. Save yourself the agony, save yourself the stress, and just let it out. Don't silence your voice anymore. All right? And go get that journal. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Until next time, bye.
About the race, Eva, it's the marathon. Put the squeeze on them, throw up the bees on them. That ass clapping on the D, Hercules on them. My name is Daddy Daddy.